Welcome to Brindavan, a Parthasadi family Samarpanam to our beloved parents, a space for enjoying Vaishnava Sampradaya, Slokas, songs, Divyadesa Pasarams, and much more. Namaskaram. In today's Ayiram Namangal, Ayiram Gunangal, we'll have the artham of Sloka 12 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamam. रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं श्रीशैलेशदयापात्रं दीपत्यादिगुणात्मकं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिम्
वसुमनः सत्यः समात्मा संमितः समः अमोघः पुण्डरीकाक्षो वृषकर्मा वृषाकृतिः.
The first Nama in the slokam is Vasuhu, which means he dwells within his devotees as Antaryami. He just doesn't reside there. He controls and guides them in the righteous pathway. So he is Vasuhu. Vasu means to stay. Vasaha, to stay. The Nama is Vasave Namaha. The next Nama is Vasumana, Vasumanaha, which means he carries his devotees as a treasure in his mind. He's always thinking about his devotees, saying, what more can I do for them? What should I do for them? How do I get them in the right way? So he's always thinking that about what he needs to do for us, and he thinks of us as his own treasure. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, it is rare to find a true devotee who thinks that Vasudeva or Bhagavan is everything. You will now see the Bhagavad Gita sloka. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan prapadyate Vasudevaha sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha, which means Bahunam janmanam ante. After many cycles of birth and death, Jnanavanma prapadyate. One understands what? He gets the knowledge. What is that knowledge? Vasudevaha sarvamiti. Vasudeva, Bhagavan, is the ultimate. He is everything. And after that, what does he do? Once one gets this knowledge and wisdom, he surrenders unto Bhagavan, because Bhagavan is ultimate and he is everything. He also says, such a Mahatma or such a great soul is hard to find. Sudurlabha, which means it is very hard to find such a person. So it takes many births for one to get that knowledge and surrender unto Bhagavan. And such people with that wisdom who have completely surrendered to Bhagavan is very hard to come by. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 19, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna how one gets the spiritual knowledge to understand that Bhagavan is everything and gets the wisdom to surrender to him. He also says such a great soul is very hard to come by. It doesn't happen instantaneously. It happens over many cycles of births and deaths and rebirths. The next Nama is Satya. Satya means is truth. Bhagavan is truth, as we all know. And according to Parasara Bhatta, he says, he helps the pious souls to accomplish their desires. That is, he gives them the ability to do what they want because they are righteous. He makes them succeed in completing their wishes. He ensures that they are successful in all their endeavors because they have already surrendered to Him and He is the ultimate who can make it happen. The next Sama is Samatma. Sama means equal. Atma here denotes Paramatma or Bhagavan. He is one who sees all his devotees equally. They don't make a difference to him whether they are from a higher caste or a lower caste, or they are rich or they are poor, they are humans or they are non humans. Everything is the same for him. Once they surrender to him and they are going in the righteous path and according to the guided path by him, he treats everybody equally. As he says in Bhagavad Gita, I will treat all beings equally. This is what he says in Bhagavad Gita. There are several instances in Ramayana which shows Rama, the embodiment of Dharma, who lived for the exposition of Dharma and righteousness. There are several instances where he shows that everybody is equal to him. We will see some of that now. In Srimad Ramayanam, Bhagavan Lord Rama, when he lived amongst us, showed us how one should lead a life in the practical sense. And he showed us how we should always be doing dharma or righteousness. And he exhibited several examples where he treated people equally, where he was a samatma. Some of the things that really touches us is his eating fruits from Shabari, who was an old lady who actually tasted the fruits and made sure that they were all good and gave it to Bhagavan. Next comes Guhan. Guhan was a boat rider. He treats him as a close friend and an associate. Hanuman and the Vanarasena are very close to his heart. We can see how he treats them as his close associates during his war going to Sri Lanka to get Sita Mata back. The most touching of his treating everybody as equals is when he does Antima Samskaram to Jatayu, who is a bird, which is very, very touching. And these are some of the true examples where we have to learn that we have to treat equally everybody, whether they are high or low, or whatever their financial status be, or whatever their religious thoughts be. Everybody is the same. Under the eyes of Bhagwan, we also have to be the same. The next one we see is Sammetaha, which means he makes his fields devotees that he is within them and he is a part of them, which is a great feeling, and it takes a lot of burden off you when you think that Bhagavan is with me and he is the one who is directing. He is the one who is doing all the actions. I am only an executor. He makes us feel that he is a part of us. Dasharatha in Ramayana said, my lotus-eyed son, he knew Bhagavan was Rama, but he still owns him. He says, my lotus-eyed Rama is not even 16 years old when Rama was called to the forest to fight against the asuras. And again, in Krishnavataram, Vasudeva says in Vishnu Purana, he, Krishna, is my own son. He's so proud and he says, Krishna is my own son. So people start owning Bhagavan because Bhagavan makes them feel that he is part of them. It is very interesting to see in Periyarva Tirumazhi how Alvar feels that Bhagavan is a part of him and he treats him as a little child and sings some beautiful songs. Periyarva Tirumazhi is all about how Alvar transforms himself as Yashoda Mata or Devaki and sings about Krishna being a small child. In the Thruamai 2.4, he transforms himself as Yashoda Mata and is calling Krishna, the little baby Krishna, to come and have bath. This is very similar to what a mom would do to her child, her little child, who's refusing to come and have bath. Now we'll just see the Tirumazhi. வெண்ணை அளைந்த குணுங்கும் விளையாடு பொழுதியும் கொண்டு திண்ணென இவ்விரா உன்னை தேய்த்து கிடக்க நானொட்டேன் எண்ணெய் புளிப்பழம் கொண்டு இங்கெத்தனை போதுமிருந்தேன் நன்னல் அறிய பிரானே நாரணா நீராடவாராய். He knows that it is Narayanan, Bhagavan. He puts himself as Yashoda Mata and says, your body is filled with sand and butter. You've been playing in the mud all day long. Come and have bath. And she says, I've got the puliparam, the tamarind fruits, and I've got oil. I've got everything ready. It's so true to what happens in day-to-day life as we see. And she gives him so many baits to say that she wants him to come and have a bath. And she says about how she is ready with some food for him. அப்பம் கலந்த சிற்றுண்டி அக்காரம் பாலில் கலந்து சொப்பட நான் சுட்டு வைத்தேன் தின்னல் உறுதியேல் நம்பி செப்பிடமேல் முளையார்கள் சிறுபுறம் பேசிச் சிரிப்பர் சொப்பட நீராட வேண்டும் சோத்தம்பிரான் இங்கே வாராய். He says, I have all the food. Appam is there. I have snacks. I have Akaravadisa, which is one of the most favorite of Bhagavan. And she says, I'm not going to cheat you. After the bath, I'm not going to say you're not going to have it. Tinnal Urudi, you'll definitely get it. And all the people will laugh at you. Siripuram pesi chiripar. If you are dirty, people are going to laugh at you. So, we have to have bath. Come and have bath. One of the things which really touches you is at the end of all of this, she says, Nappinai kanil sirikum. That is your Nappinai, your mama's daughter, is going to laugh at you when you are having dirt on yourself and you haven't had your bath. So that is the time when Krishna decides, okay, I don't want Nappinai to laugh. I don't care about all of that, but I want to make sure that Nappinai doesn't laugh at me. And he goes. What a great imagination and very beautiful anubhav for us when we read these pasaram. The next nama is Samaha, which also states that Bhagavan's attitude towards all his devotees remains the same always, and it doesn't change whether they are known to him or not, or with the intensity of devotion towards him. He only wants us to come to him and surrender with all our hearts, complete surrender, and say, Unnayandi verondrum ariyen paraparamai. I do not know anything other than you, and you are responsible for all my actions. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. And he takes that as the ultimate word, and he looks at us and treats us with the same way always. Samaya Namaha. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9:29, Bhagavan says, Samoham sarva bhuteshu na me dveshyosti na priyah. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya mayi te teshu chapyaham. Means he says, everybody is equal to him on this earth, and he does not have any dvesha or ill feelings towards any of his devotees. And he treats them all equal. And such people, whoever treats Bhagavan with love, he says, they reside in me and I reside within them. So that Bhagavan is equal to everybody, he himself has vouched in Bhagavad Gita. Now we will see Amoga. The true connection between Bhagavan and us is never futile. He is always beneficial to us. He gives so much more than we ask for. There is nothing for us to ask. He knows what is best for us, and he will definitely keep giving us once we surrender ourselves to him. And in Ramayana, Yuddhagandam, it is said, O Rama, seeing you and worshipping you is never futile. Those men who are devoted to you will always be successful. So praying to Bhagavan is an essential part of life, and it is the true thing what we should be doing every day. Amogaya Namaha. Pundarikaksha is the next Nama. Paramapadam is known as Pundarika. Since he is like the eyes to the eternal world or the transcendental world of Paramapadam, he is known as Pundarikaksha. And the Nama is Pundarikakshaya Namaha. In Sri Mahabharatam, Udyoga Parva, it is said how Bhagavan is Pundarikaksha. Pundarikam Param Dhamma Nityam Aksharam Avyayam. Tadbhavan Pundarikaksha. Paramapadam or Pundarikam is eternal, indestructible, and it's unchanging. It is the same always. You are like the eye to that Pundarikam. So you are called Pundarikaksha. The next one we will see is Vrushakarma. Vrusha is righteousness. Vrushakarma is righteous actions. And Bhagavan is a Vrushakarma. He is the most righteous one we can ever see. And because he graces even ordinary people like us. We are nothing. We are really minuscule and we are filled with all wrongdoings. But still, he graces us. Even though he is much above us, he is in a position to do it. And he graces us with so many good things, more than we ask for, and his actions quenches our thirst. Again in Bhagavad Gita he has said in chapter 4 verse 8 that he will be coming again and again to protect us and to do all good things for us. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthavanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So for establishing dharma, I will be coming again and again. I will manifest in every yuga. There are 4 yugas as we all know. Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and now we are in the Kali Yuga. Bhagavan said that I will manifest again and again to protect the sadhus and to establish righteousness. The last nama in the slokam 12 is Vrishakriti. Vrisha we already saw as righteousness. So here it is. It talks about Bhagavan's righteousness qualities. Bhagavan is the embodiment of righteousness. He is Dharma himself. He removes the hardship of people and showers them with blessings more than they deserve. He showers his divine nectar-like qualities and relieves people from their suffering. As said in Panchata Sattva Samhita, he shines like tens of thousands of full moons with a great beautiful hue. So Bhagavan is effulgent and he is the embodiment of righteousness and he showers his blessings on us more than we deserve and he shines like tens of thousands of moons at the same time. To summarize the Anubhavam in Slokam 12, we see he dwells within his devotees. He carries his devotees as a treasure. He helps them accomplish their desires and complete in succeeding their wishes. And he treats all devotees equally. He makes his devotees that he is one with them. He has the same attitude towards everyone, whether they know him or not, whether they are high or low. The true connection between Bhagavan and us is never futile because he always protects us and supports us in every possible way. He shines like the eye of Pundarikam, Paramapada. He graces ordinary people even though he is above all of us. He is the embodiment of righteousness and he removes the hardship and showers us with blessings. He showers his nectar-like qualities and relieves the people from their suffering. He is as sweet as a nectar and you forget all other taste when we have nectar or madhu tasting. So he is like that and he shines like thousands of moons. This brings us to the end of Slokam 12. See you all in Slokam 13.